Dude, no way. That is sick. So a couple weeks ago, I had this really cool idea to build one of those pin toys where you kind of stick your hand in and it makes a hand out of the brightly colored pins. And then you stick your face in, your mom's like, hey, you don't know whose face has been in that, don't do that. And then you're like, ah, and you set it back. You know the ones I'm talking about. My plan is to make one of those out of Lego, but it's this big and it'll actually be able to display 3D models that I build and put underneath that are motorized and will rise up. And also, on top of that, it'll have a satisfying mode where it will have like a wave underneath or something. And it'll look really cool. So naturally, the first step in this process is to buy 1,000 Lego pins that are this big and put a bunch of them inside of these Technic bricks until you get the desired result. This is 100, what's 11 times 13? This is only 143 pins, and as you can see, it is already very satisfying. Listen to this. You can see with just one layer of bricks, it doesn't really work very well because all these pins are pushing sideways. But if you add another layer underneath, now I can put my fingers underneath, push them up a lot further. This is essentially a tenth of what we're going to build. So before we design anything underneath, we need to create a giant board, which will have a ton of Technic bricks and insert 1,000 of these Lego Technic axles. We're gonna be here a while. Let's do this. All right, we have our square, which is a little more like a rectangle, but I think it's fine. I'm a little scared, because now we have to fill it with 1,000 little holes. But if I just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 37 times. Hey Siri, what's 37 times 30 now? Okay, so there's too many holes here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start with these in the very middle, and then we'll work outward. And when we run out, we'll just build a barrier around it so it looks cool. All right, the last one probably. Guys, look at all of these pins. Those are all Lego Technic pins. And there are over 1,000, and you may see the little dots in between. That's just where two bricks meet. I think this would be like a good conversation piece. You know, people see the waves and they'll be like, yo, what? Now snap this together and hear the satisfying click. All right, guys, here's the moment of truth. Dude, what? That's so sick. Bro. This feels so weird. Oh my gosh. Dude, that's sick. The next step is, now that we have this, the goal is to actually go underneath it and build a conveyor belt underneath with a wave, which will essentially just be a slope that'll go back and forth. So we have some of these little belt things, and I'm hoping it's weak sauce. We need to think about it. Okay, new plan for the satisfying mode. We have here what we call a silicone pizza dough. And the reason I have this is because I worked at a pizza company. What you would do with this is you throw it up and you keep it in the air with one hand. So if, for example, we have this, and this is on a pusher puller, which pushes up into this. We put it underneath this, and all of a sudden, these things here, you can see, it becomes a round shape instead of a hard shape. So for the satisfying mode, we need to get some motors. This is a Mindstorm control brick, and these are 4 different motors. We also have some cables. What we're gonna do is we're gonna arrange the motors. We're gonna put them each on piston systems, and then we're gonna have them all feed into this. We're gonna have this thing raised about this far above it, and then all we're gonna have to do is just program some stuff in, and this will do like different stuff and be satisfying. At least that's the plan. Okay. Perfect. Now we just need to build a couple more. All right, watch this. We throw on our pizza thingamajig, and we, All right, guys, another day, the same terrible ideas. We reinforced this, we got it all working, check this. And we're at 5 hours now, so that's cool. Check this out. There's that one, like this, there's that one, and that one. We actually have a packaged shirt under here from my merch line, totally. So we need to make this do some cool stuff. So we have a programming app here. Let's just drag a couple motors. And let's try that. Wow, that sucks. I'm kind of impressed, guys. We need to get them both to run at the same time. I'm just not sure how to do that. This is actually going really well. What we've done is we've just created like a random bunch of movements, so two of them will move at the same time. That is essentially what we want. Now, the next goal is to take this and mount it very easily above this. Then we can have the satisfying mode done, and we can move on to the 3D shapes mode, which I'm really excited about. Watch this, guys. Take this and slide it in, and boom, now you have this one in place. You want to use the other one? You just take this one out. We still have to build the other one, but that's how the sliding mechanism is gonna work. Now we gotta build a brick wall all the way around this that will hold up this thing and get rid of these stupid things that didn't work. So yeah, let's do that. Just put this here. Oh no. I accidentally tipped it and half of it fell out. I knew this was gonna be a problem at the beginning of the video, but man, now I gotta put all these back in. This is gonna take forever. Look at that. Well, that'll teach ya. Don't be an idiot. Okay, so now we gotta build a brick wall all the way around the outside. So we're gonna use a bunch of different colors. Okay, so the final step is to build a riser, which will essentially go in here. We're gonna do this with different motors, a different EV3. We have this special thing that I built, pretty cool. Essentially, it's got a gear right there and a gear rack. When the gear spins, it will push this up. And when the gear spins the other way, it'll pull it back down. So this will be the thing that will press the imprint of whatever we build into the top of this thing and leave the shape. We need to build 3 more of these, and then we need to cut out an area into each one of these things where this can slide down, but we don't have to make it any higher, so this thing can go about that far down. Nice. All right, guys, now we have our final thing, and all we do, our base plate, we throw it on top, and we make sure that they all go at the same time. Really simple programming. I'll do that real quick. I'm gonna do one last thing and just build up a couple of these, and then attach them to this, and we'll be good to go. All right, guys, this is the final project, the final model. I'm super excited. We got everything working. You can see in the back there's a giant gap. That's where you actually slide in the mechanisms. We'll start with the imprints and then do the satisfying one, because it's really cool and I want you guys to see that. So after these turn on, we have a bunch of plates we can do that I built. We got like the pyramids of Giza. This slides in like so, perfectly like that. Turn this around and you can just slide this in like so. All I have to do is start this program and check this out. Boom. Look at that, the pyramids of Giza. That is really sick. I'm trying to show you all the different angles. Essentially, I just added some like little houses around it because I know there's a bunch of like stone buildings. We'll just wait until those go back down. Oh yeah. Now, we can move on to the next one. Look at that. That is really cool. You can literally make anything and put it underneath this. You can see these things working in the back here. It will go down in just a sec and you'll be able to see all the motors. Just like that. And then you just slide this out and you can grab your next one. This is like a Mayan pyramid or something. Just slide that in, push the button. Check that out. That is so cool. Look at that. This is probably my favorite one just because it reminds me of one of the old like Mayan pyramids or like the Aztecs built. So now we can just pull this whole thing out like this. And turn off our mine storms. Okay, now the most satisfying thing about this entire machine is the satisfying mode. And I like to call it like wave mode, because I just came up with that just then. But anyway, you put this in, slide it in the back. All right, guys, here we go, satisfying mode. Dude, no way. That is sick. Oh my gosh, if you put your hand on it, I bet it feels so weird. Whoa. Oh man, this is so cool. Look at that squishiness. It's like satisfyingly squishy. Dude, this thing is sick. Look at how satisfying that is. Oh my gosh. That is so cool. So this mechanism works a lot like the other one. They're all just pistons and they're all moving, but at different times. So 2 of them are set to 25% speed and the other 2 are set to 20% speed. That means that 2 of them will constantly be unsynced and it'll result in this awesome looking wave up here. Dude, that is so cool. I love this thing. This thing's crazy, yo. Watch this. Guys, thanks so much for watching. If you guys really enjoy this video, comment down below and I'll make an entire table that is this big. Like, I'm talking a table like this big. We'll literally quadruple the amount of pins. So you guys really have to want it for this to happen. If you enjoyed, click this video right here, because that's where I built a Lego exoskeleton pair of hands. Also, click this video right here if you want to see 1 hour of just the wave machine. It's pretty cool. See ya. See you later.
Goodbye, machine. Oh no, I lost a finger.